I had heard stories about when my mom went on a mission. She joined the church, and then shortly thereafter went on a mission to Arizona. And back then there was a big, like a presentation. We're here, we're going to show you what's your child going to be doing, and we'll give you a time to say goodbye and all that stuff. And then I went there with my dad, and it was like, drop him off at the curb. Okay, cool, bye. And I remember they'll talk to you and say, okay, do you have any keys on you? Make sure you give your parents your cell phone if you still have it, so on and so forth. And, get your bags, give your parents or other accompaniers, if that's a word, your Begleiter, yeah. You give them a hug, say goodbye, and off you go. And you'll get a little tour of, here's where you'll get your Preach My Gospel if you don't already have one. Here's where you'll get this. And then they'll ship you off to your classroom, and you'll just start. Have your introduction, find your companion, all that stuff. I remember when I arrived, it was very interesting because I was so excited, just like, let me go. I want to start. And so I hugged my dad and everything, told him I loved him, said goodbye, and just marched off, to grab my bags, and was just like, I'm here we go, let's start. And didn't look back and all that. And I remember thinking later, oh, I hope my dad didn't take a wrong message from that. But MTC is a good thing. You definitely have a lot of chances to learn a lot of things. And it's definitely a good primer for the mission, because it's your first time with a companion who's with you all the time, your first time living the mission rules, like to that extent, because it's a lot more exact than I think some people realize at times. And you get that chance in the MTC to figure out how things work, to start developing those habits. And you get to go to these incredible devotionals. You have time with your MTC district to talk about the devotionals. Lots of study time. It's just the best preparation I could have imagined, really, because of how concentrated it was. And at the same time, people do tell those stories where, hey, I'm going to be here for 9 weeks. After about 5, I think it's been enough, but you got to realize God called you to go on a mission and to spend a certain amount of time in the MTC. And regardless of how that might feel, that's just how you feel, accept it, live with it, and learn from it, because there's always something that you can gain from each of those moments.